In this house they gather. 4 adults live here that come from varied backgrounds.
I was right. Yeah, I was correct.
What makes it unique is that they are here together at all. It all started 90 years ago when a teacher named Alvina Hammer had a vision.
She believed that, people should not be institutionalized, and back in the day, that's what happened to people. They went into institutions. But she believed that people should have a full life being integrated into the community.
Thus was born the Hammer Residences, taking adults with disabilities and getting them into the workforce, then getting them into independent living. That alone frees them to grow and feel a sense of self-worth that only comes from responsibility.
I think the most satisfying part about my job in particularly is seeing people being able to live out their fullest lives and do things just like you and I would. They want to go to sporting events and go hang out with their families and go to the mall, and through Hammer and through the supports that we're able to provide, they're able to do that.
Tell me about this house and this room.
Well, it's a nice house.
Yeah.
We like the neighborhood.
Yeah. Meet Leo. He's been living here for 10 years. His room filled with symbols of his passion-driven hobbies. You have a pretty full life.
I have a full life.
Yeah. You have fun every day, don't you?
Yes, I like it.
Why? What's the key? Is it good attitude? What is it?
Good attitude.
Much of the hardware he's earned has come here. He plays tennis in the Special Olympics. In a division of doubles where he is paired with his older brother.
I played tennis growing up, and we've been participating in Special Olympics for the past couple years. I'm a coach on his team, the Blues. We team up in unified doubles where we play together, and we've won the state tournament the last 2 years.
Yes, they are the defending state champions, Leo and Alex, bonded by brotherhood and sport.
He's a good tennis player. We're partners together. He helped me teach him how to do backhands for me and forehands and serves.
But it is so much more than that. See, these two grew up together. Older brother always looking out for Leo since he was born.
Leo is my only brother. I'm the oldest of 3. Leo was born quite prematurely, weighed about 3.5 pounds at birth and had a blood clot in his brain. So complications from birth had to drain the blood clot, and he was in the NICU for about a month and delayed developmentally because of that.
When they didn't know what direction Leo's life would take in young adulthood, they found the Hammer Residences.
It was fantastic, and he's grown there. Again, it's a really tight-knit group. The staff is wonderful.
That's when his journey got better, because he was allowed to believe that life had more to offer than he ever thought, and that there was, above all, hope. Hope that he could, like the rest, grow into adulthood with a sense of normalcy and pride.
Seeing what people start with sometimes and then how they're able to grow through the system, so seeing people transition from a home care situation to an apartment. There's just a lot of personal pride in that.
Because the idea is to service those that need some help to get to another level, to feel like they belong.
The people that we serve are people with developmental disabilities, so they could be someone who maybe has mobility issues, some kind of a intellectual disability, autism, just someone who has challenges in life, and so we're here to support them. They help people live life to the fullest, to have a normal life.
That is the beginning of lifting the lid on dreams. For Leo, that means a heavy dose of sports.
He's doing basketball, he's got soccer after this. He was a big floor hockey player earlier with Special Olympics, so both Hammer and Special Olympics really have made his life a joy.
But it also means finding a way to fit in life. That's why they are there, to interpret and understand the many intricacies of placing the right people together.
I think the biggest thing I've learned is that everybody is different. You can't really put anybody into a box, and so really everybody has different needs and wants and desires.
Which also brings us back here, because family matters a lot. And when Leo went to live in the Hammer Residences, Big Brother wanted to make sure he was a big part of his life. Winning championships in tennis is simply a backdrop for time spent together.
It's a joy. It's one of the ways we bonded growing up. I would come home from school, we'd play floor hockey in the basement, and it was a great way to go from school before dinner, and we did it pretty much every day.
And so they strive to make sure that life has added meaning, and the participants in the Hammer residences understand they have value.
Before I started working at Hammer, I wasn't really in the disability world, and so I think it's really amazing what people are capable of, and the fact that someone has Down syndrome doesn't necessarily mean that they're incapable of anything.
And it happens because the people not only work for it, they live it, intertwined into the fabric of their very lives.
Hammer is a lifestyle. It's a culture of compassion and care. It isn't a job that you just come to every day and punch out. It's a job that actually is a part of your life.
Shower, shave, and bed, and then they start when.
Life to the Max is brought to you by Lifetouch, photography for a lifetime.